YouTube, what's going on? This is Andrew Darling here. Just want to show you guys what I have going on here on my SlimKat ROM on my OnePlus One. So if you look here at the shortcuts, when you first come on, you can set up different shortcuts, and I have, of course, unlock there on the right, and then I have social media, camera straight down, text messaging straight up, and then if I want to check in, that's over there on the left. Another really cool feature about the SlimKat ROM is if you tap and then hold, flashlight comes on. So that's a pretty cool feature there. So let's go ahead and unlock, and I just put it on airplane mode so we're not too much worried about the difference in, so I'm going to turn that up a little bit, see if it doesn't wash it out too bad. Put on airplane mode so we're not worried about the navigation, or I'm sorry, the notifications and whatnot. So we'll turn it back down here a little bit and get everything situated. Okay. So here, as you can tell, it's almost as if you're looking at a tablet. The ratio, the way it has it set up, with representing stuff of size, I just have my social media stuff down here, as well as Chrome, and then just frequent stuff here, the settings, people, Google Maps, play music, and then timely, my alarm clock. So as you can see down here, phone, camera, gallery, text messaging, Gmail, and the Play Store. And I'm still using the capacitive buttons because, truthfully, why not? So as you can tell here, your Nova, there's a lot of different settings in Nova that you can use, and Nova and the Google Now launcher come installed with the SlimKat ROM. But there's also some other cool stuff here. There's some different solutions that you can do here and play with stuff. I hadn't too much mess with this because why? I don't have a need to do that. But you can see a bunch of the other apps I have on here. But let's go into settings real quick, and we'll take a look. So you have the interface here, so you can go up to your battery icon, and on the battery icon I have the actual percentage, and so it's like the like jelly bean style. Okay, I have the percentage up here as well as the battery. Of course, you can go in there and change that, and you can change it to just the percentage if you want, and that'll change it just to the percentage. But I like kind of having both of them, because if you only have the percentage, you when it's charging, it doesn't go through and show you that it's charging. It's just charging. So you can change the color, you can change the text color, the bulk charging color, you can change all that stuff by default. I just leave it. The notification at OS, I show the heads up display when I get a text message or whatever. I show it at the bottom because that's generally where your hand is anyway. That's just my preference. I like that that's an option. It's really, really cool. You also have custom carrier label, so when you pull down the notification drawer, down here you see T-Mobile, and you can always swipe down here and you get to your quick settings toggles. But if you swipe down here again, it just says T-Mobile, and then here's your multi-window, a little bit different looking. I'll explain that in just a second. Tiles and layout, you can go in and change those around. You can change your background style. And then in your status bar stuff, so clock and date, and I have mine kind of moved around. The default alignment is over here to the right, but then you can move it to the middle, which I did, but then I didn't like it, so I moved it back. And so you can put it here in the center clock, which is fine, but I had a bunch of notifications, so it didn't look good. But matter of fact, I think I'm just going to leave it there now. But the date style, so you can go in and do normal, uppercase, or lowercase, and then the date format. So you can go in here and choose all these different things, and that's what gets up here when it says Thursday, August 28th. You can change everything to, essentially fit whatever you want. There's just so many options in here, and they're actually pretty simple and pretty well put together. So there's your interface, and then navigation. So you can put on your Pi controls. I can enable the navigation bar, which is going to give me some choices. And generally, this is what I like to do. I want to put the dialer and the text messaging app there in the notification bar, but you can't disable the capacitive buttons. So I'm just using the capacitive buttons because there's no sense in beating a dead horse and having the buttons up there twice. But you can use your Slim Pi controls, which I know a lot of people are comfortable with and they like. So you can go here to your global menu. This is when you turn the phone off. You can choose some different stuff that you want on there. You can turn navigation bar on and off, custom apps, Pi controls, reboot, which is already on there, screenshot. There's a bunch of different things you can do. You can also go here to the hardware buttons, and you can do some long press actions, like, so for the back key, which is obviously over here on the right, You can do different things. For the menu key, I changed the menu key right away to recent apps, and the reason I changed it to recent apps is because that's what is current with Android now. It's not so much the legacy menu key that we're used to. So I changed it to recent apps right away. You can long press it and do different things, but I haven't messed with that too much. I've just let that be. So if you go in here and you do press the recent apps button, you can go through and see all your recent apps. It's a little bit different from your traditional one where you can close everything out in CyanogenMod and whatnot, but you can go through here, and as you guys can tell, I generally have a lot of stuff open. So you can go through Simple Explorer is a really cool thing that comes with the ROM, and I'll go check that out real quick, and then we'll close this video down. So the File Explorer, Simple Explorer, alright, you go in, and it's like a lot of Android Explorers, except it's just simple, okay? Very easy. Folder management, app management, or settings, and then you go through and you find whatever you need to find. Of course, we have twerp on here. We have the slim bacon and the full gaps. Yeah, I'm not going to extract anything right now, but very simple, very cool process. Very user friendly. So that's the SlimKat ROM. Whole bunch of cool customization options. Very fun so far, interesting. Only thing that has not worked is recording video on it. Has not actually kept the video, and the Bluetooth connection, it doesn't sound good for those you're talking to. You can hear just fine, but those that are talking, they don't hear you very well. So that's something I need to go ahead and submit those bugs to the folks over at SlimKat. But there you go. There's my this is, I think, the 4th day I've had this on my device, and I'm only going to keep these ROMs on for 7 days, trying to keep everybody relatively interested. I know we all have short attention spans. So I appreciate the time, guys. There you go. There's a bunch of those fitness apps I did a review for. But this has been my SlimKat ROM. This is day 4 of 7, so I just want to kind of give you guys an update on what I'm doing. What questions do you guys have? What other functionality do you want to know about in SlimKat? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. Talk to you soon.